Okay, everybody's here, right? Yes, yes,
Yep.
yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
God damn it.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Alright, here we go. Last time, after our heroes chased the shadowy headmaster Ferric Torchlight through a portal... I'm starting over. That was horrible.
Line! What's my line?
Take two. Last time, after our heroes chased the shadowy headmaster, Ferric Torchlight, through a portal, they found themselves back in the gnome capital city of Home, which had apparently been overrun by a large force of demons and devils pouring out from somewhere. Fighting their way out of the supposedly abandoned Sector 8 and along the connecting bridge, the group met up with a unit of gnomish soldiers, trying to make sense of the mess. After some discussion, the party elected to head back into Sector 8, believing it to be the source of the demons, flooding into the city, and sent their map with the cult's plans on it, along with the soldiers in an attempt to get it to Kelleray. The choice turned out to be a misdirection, however. As they approached the core of Sector 8, they were ambushed by another large clawed demon, who laughed at their folly. With the beast felled, they rushed as quickly as possible to Kelleray's side, where they met up with Devlin and the remainder of the Clockwork Knights, holding their ground in a final stand against the demonic horde pressing towards Kelleray's temple. Inside, Voxia had arrived, and the two new goddesses determined that from Leo's recollection of the cultist plot, that the core of Home not only was siphoning Kelleray's power instead of using it, it was being used to overcharge the seal of Vialdir, in a misguided attempt to summon the Queen of the Void into Adoria. Using a tunnel to the core to stop Ferric from completing his plans, the group found themselves in an overwhelming chamber of gears and steam, with a gargantuan warforged in the middle, and the seal of Vialdir at its heart. The group set Devlin to resetting the core, but noticing his opportunity to spring his own plans into action, Devlin turned on the party and aimed the core's defenses at them. The battle was hard fought, with several people nearly being scorched and crushed, but eventually Devlin was convinced to stop his assault by Leo, and he stood down, while Naran retrieved the seal. Back in the Temple of Kelleray, the news was dire. The portal had already been opened, and Vialdir, not the Queen of the Void, stepped out into the blinding desert. With no hope left, Kelleray started to channel herself into the newly repaired core. And with Violet finally getting to push the big red button, the Gnomish City transformed into a massive metallic android, matching the sun god in size. With the Iron Tempest at the controls, they made their final stand, and using the seal infused with Voxia's strength, they banished the Devil Lord back to his plane. Now, as the dust settles, Voxia has taken a strange new glow, and has accessed some surprising abilities as our heroes prepare to make their next moves. That was a long session.
So where are we exactly right now? Are we still on the...
Y'all are still...
deck?
I will say that the city has already transformed back down into its beetle form. Not as big as it was, but still massive. We'll say it's probably been a day or two. During that time, several of the Gnomish mages helped Tybalt to set up the actual portal that you guys were working on. Y'all had found one of the teleport crystals in Ferric's office and wanted to link that into your teleport network, so y'all have that now.
What about the immediate reaction to Iris being summoned?
Yeah, that's still a thing.
What came of that?
Yeah, what are like Kelleray's and Voxia's reactions to that?
Voxia just kind of hung her head and left the room. I think she had had a little bit too much to deal with at that point. Kelleray didn't seem to care, actually. They kind of got along quite well. During that time period, however, Iris has just kind of been flying around the city, just looking into things. She hasn't been causing too much trouble. There have been reports of a couple of things that have either suddenly become turnips or an odd elephant that just appeared out of nowhere. But nothing too serious.
Or out
I
of the
do have a
usual for these
question.
people?
Sorry?
With the death of the Clockwork King, are we still going to get our airship?
And that is where we are going to come back to you guys. So, it's the
He's
morning.
worried about the important parts of those that statement.
It's been a day since the battle, I'll say. The city itself is still in turmoil. A lot of people are still kind of awestruck by what happened. There's still carnage all throughout the streets, and several families are still working on burying their dead, trying to find what happened to their loved ones in the middle of all the carnage. The demonic and devilish corpses obviously are dissipating into whatever void they came from to begin with, so there's not too much cleanup in that aspect, but gnomish blood is running through the streets.
There aren't any leftover demons or anything running around, right?
No. Whenever Kelleray actually pushed her energy into the core, it completely purged everything within the city itself. Present company excluded.
So, are we in the church?
Where do y'all want to be right now?
Who's governing home right now?
Yeah, we want to fix that or talk to someone about that.
At
Whoever
the
that would be.
At the moment, it is... Shit, what was... God, I forgot the name of the councilwoman. What was her name again?
Farthing? Wilma Farthing?
Wilma. Yeah, what was Wilma's brother's name?
Something Farthing?
Something Farthing. Captain Farthing.
Yeah,
Anyway,
the-
Captain
the
Farthing's
Farthing,
overseeing
yeah.
things currently.
Is he what's their plans for the next king? Or, what are they going to do?
Well, right. I guess if y'all want to talk with him about that, y'all can.
What happened
Yeah.
with Devlin?
We'll just say y'all are discussing with Captain Farthing at the moment. Sorry, Lieutenant Throttlelock has been detained. He's going to be going away for quite some time, I'm afraid.
So, how do you go about getting a new leader?
Well, we don't for now. The issue we have is the Clock King himself didn't have an heir. I'm sure at this point you've all have uncovered the secret of his ascension to this throne. And I'm going to be quite honest, I think a lot of us just kind of accepted that he was what we needed at this point in time. However, there is someone who could take his place.
Who's that?
The original royal family.
Is it true that Devlin descends from them?
That is correct. And given his crimes, he is not...
Well, he does have a sister.
He does. That is... what I was trying to get to, actually. I'm not sure if she would even be interested in taking the throne. She was exiled quite some time ago for her practices, amongst other reasons, so I think that are more obvious now. But She would probably be our best bet currently.
But would she be good for the job?
Do you think anyone could be worse?
I don't know. I don't live here. I don't really know much about any of the gnomish culture.
Honestly, Thorid Coppercog was not very well liked amongst the people, and I'm sure there are quite a few who are not sad to see him go. The Throttlelocks didn't have a very big following, but I'm sure if one of them took the throne, it would be much more well appreciated than some unknown family. I think the city as a whole is a little bit too in shock to decide themselves currently, so...
Well, I think your problem's probably just beginning.
Speaking of problems beginning, did the Clockwork Knights find the head of the school, the dean?
No, we did not. We searched everywhere for him. The school itself is back under our control, and most of the cultists have been captured, but as far as Ferric Torchlight, we have been unable to find him. We're unsure of where he went.
Yep.
Nice.
Actually, I think I can possibly help with that.
Okay.
Though I'm... Well, I did learn this new ability, but I don't quite have everything I need for it.
Oh, pray tell.
Basically, I just need, like, this, like, a really, really expensive, mirror, or a crystal ball.
Crystal ball... how expensive are we talking? I'm not sure that we would have that on hand.
Maybe about 1,000 gold?
Did the satellite here? Like, are all the satellites here, or are some of them still out?
There are still a few that are returning. One is still on its way. It was quite a ways out. But it should be here within within the day. The rest of them are in the process of docking.
Would any of those people be a decent temporary replacement to run things while y'all figured it out? Who the next king is?
Between you and me, as he kind of, like, motions for you to lean closer, Brad.
I don't do anything.
I hope... Oh, right. Of
He's
course.
blind.
Right. As he kind of, like, walks up closer to you, Brad, and just kind of, like, tiptoes... Like, gets on his tiptoes up to where your ear is.
Are you tugging on my shirt?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, okay.
All of those people, most of them were put in place by the Clock King anyway, and I don't think they're quite liked either.
Have you thought about a change of government?
It has been discussed, but as I said, I think the populace is a little bit, they have other things to worry about right now. I don't think a change of government is on their minds. We have to take this whole situation with a light touch, considering all that's happened.
Yeah, I think y'all gotta get these reactors, like, under control. Seems to be like the the root of your problem. That and those combustible engines.
That is another thing. They don't work anymore.
Well, duh.
I mean, they work pretty well as a conduit for letting them into the city.
Why do you think there was so many demons?
I admit that probably it was our short-sightedness that using such a power source would allow us open for attack. But the problem has been taken care of now, and under Kelleray's light, we are protected for the time being.
Speaking of that, we had a deal with the Fog King about an airship. We fulfilled our end of the deal. We still expect you guys to fulfill yours.
Yes, of course. I suppose if as a Lord Commander, I could authorize that. You did help us quite a bit. You saved our entire city. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be an issue. I tell you what, he pulls out a piece of gold leaflet and starts to write down on it. If you will take this, and he pulls out a wax seal and stamps it. Here you are. Take this to Kelleray. You can get her blessing on it, then you are completely legal to use whatever gnomish air technology you need.
Now I have a question for you.
Yes.
We had a member that predated me from when I joined this group, but he did help us make our way here. His name was Tanvar. Would he be a good temporary candidate to run things until y'all can properly figure out
Mr. Roderick,
who?
Mr. Roderick is a good choice. However, he is currently being investigated for his involvement with the Infernal Combustion Engine project. He is well liked, and I don't believe that he was involved purposefully in this whole situation. However, he was close with Devlin, and I think we are investigating his involvement overall. It's not a horrible choice, but I'm ashamed to say, at the moment we can't find him.
Nice.
Again, I can probably help with that.
If we had the materials, I would be pleased to provide them to you. But we just don't have them on hand.
Is the college stocked yet? Maybe the college might have something.
I need to take a swing by the college anyway to get this thing looked at.
What on earth is that?
I don't know. They said that there was a person in here and that they might be able to get them out.
I'm
What?
going to suggest that we not try and bring any more creatures out of rocks for the time
Oh no!
being.
I already know that it's a good fae. It's a fae.
Okay, a fae might not be as bad. Just, considering the current situation.
I would agree that normally would be a bad thing.
Very well. The college should be docked if you would all wish to parouse, I suppose. You still have free reign of the city as long as you need it. I believe Kelleray and a few of the mages from the college actually helped set up your teleportation circle in the temple.
Speaking of Temple, Tybalt, we have to go talk to Voxia.
Yeah, and we have to get Keller's blessing on this thing.
I need to talk to Kelleray too. It's got me thinking about a couple things. Figure I might talk to her about it.
Again, we appreciate all of your help. I am under the understanding that Miss Throttlerock is actually in your employ. Is that correct?
That is correct.
If it wouldn't be too much trouble, would you mind acting as our envoy and presenting her with this opportunity? I'm not certain that she would take it, but we have to try at least.
That was my plan.
Very well. already greatly in your debt. Please, if you ever need anything else from us, feel free to ask. We will do everything in our power to try and help.
Yep. Well, get your king situation fixed as fast as you can. I'm sure there'll be people trying to power grab.
You are not wrong there, as he kind of like goes back down to writing more paperwork. Alright, where would you all like to head?
Temple first, then possibly the college, if that's okay.
Sounds good to me.
Yes.
To the temple.
Okay. So, you manage to find a working carriage. It takes you around the large central atrium of the city of Home to back towards the Temple of Kelleray. Out on the street, there is a heavy smell of death in the air, which is not pleasant, especially considering that the air in Home wasn't pleasant to begin with, but looks like everyone is trying to rebuild as much as they can. But after about 20-30 minutes of travel, you make your way to the Temple of Kelleray. Inside, you see Voxia, who is apparently just over everything currently. There are priests who are running around 90 to nothing, trying to fix every little thing that's on the walls, the gears and springs that seem to have been busted. There are pipes that are leaking steam into the actual temple itself. There are people who are hurt that are lining up trying to either receive mechanical augmentation or have their wounds repaired. It's just an absolute mess. And in the middle of all this chaos, you see Kelleray, who is not connected to her podium anymore, thankfully, who it seems to be flitting around through the air with Iris, and they just will not shut up.
Is she still like on hyper mode?
Kinda.
Does it look like they're having fun?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna run up and be like, "Hi! I want to join in, if they'll let me."
Hi! Hi!
I'm just gonna join in.
Tibble, what is wrong with this picture?
There's a lot fucking wrong with this picture.
Like, both of them fly down to where you are, Violet, and like, they start doing that group hug jump thing where y'all start turning.
Yes!
Yeah.
Iris, is it even safe for you to be on this plane?
Maybe. I don't know, I haven't been here in a while.
Like, you being here, doesn't that mean bad things for your plane?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. But can't do anything about that. Because I'm here.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
Oh, no big deal. I'm sure you didn't mean to do it. Everybody just summons old gods through giant ancient mechanical machinery. It's fine!
Please, do not throw a whale on me.
Who said anything about whales?
I swear I was just trying to get, I was just trying to get really cool dragonfly wings on the robot. I didn't mean to summon you.
As she takes a bite out of a whole potato.
Is it a cooked potato?
No.
Is she eating the potato like
Radical.
an apple?
Yes.
Radical.
Well, it worked for sure. And the asshole got sent back to his plane, so that's good.
What are
Yes.
your plans on this plane?
I'm just kind of checking things out right now. I think I might fly north. I might go south. I don't know. My brothers and sisters aren't here anymore, so I don't really have anybody to visit.
Do you even want to be here?
Yeah, I love this place. I don't know why everybody was trying to destroy it before. It's great. As I said before...
This Voxie's kind of like walking up to your group now. She's like pinching her forehead.
Thankfully, you didn't summon in one of the worst ones.
Again, sorry.
You said that about the button, too.
See, I was a good bear. I didn't put my hammer in the thing.
She's still here, though. And someone's going to have to keep an eye on her. I suppose that's going to be me.
I don't think I'm qualified.
I'll do it! No, you are not doing that. You've got more important things to do. Oh, okay.
Well, wait, Vaxia, if technically you're the sun now, and touching the moon to the sun summoned her, why don't you guys try touching again?
That would probably cause tidal waves on an epic proportion, and we don't need to have that happen right now. Unless you feel like wiping Xento off the map.
No, I'm good.
Do you ever plan for all this chaos, or do you just do it as you go?
Both?
No, that's to Moon Boy over there.
I had no idea this would happen!
I don't see anything wrong with it.
Did you even think?
I thought maybe using Iris's moon powers would do something against the sun. Maybe sap some of his strength. I didn't think it would summon her.
Now, to be fair, I don't think anyone knew that was going to happen.
And what about the button?
What button? I didn't press any button.
The blood button thing that you turned on.
That was the purple one.
Deception?
Tybalt's the one who cut himself and turned it on.
I'm pretty sure that was you.
No, Tybalt was the one who cut himself.
Well, you just asked for blood.
What did I
Tybalt
do?
gave.
Yeah, I gave the blood. I didn't know what I was giving it for.
Alright, I didn't expect them to have a total failsafe. I was a little bit sort of out of my depth since I literally got yeeted into a cultist lair.
Speaking of which,
Nice throw, by the way, Boxio.
where is this guy from, Voxy, and why is he working for you?
Which guy?
Me.
Oh, him. So... At this point, I'm sure you all know where I actually came from.
Yeah, the voice. That's another fucking question.
Alright. My ascension wasn't the cleanest, and I admit before I became this lovely figure you see before you,
She got emotions to herself.
I might have been referred to as the Queen of the Void.
Yeah, that was mentioned.
Are you...
Say it again?
Is Voxy a demon?
No. Never was demonic before. And not at all now. I'm more than I was. I am pleased to say that I don't care what happens there anymore. There was a part of me that was caught up in the battle for power amongst all the different demonic forces, but that plane knows nothing but destruction, and this one has so much more potential than that. There's so much more here that's worth it.
She kind of looks solemn for a moment.
I don't know if it was my connection to my vessel or to her connection to Jinx, but something just changed. And I think that's why I ascended. This world needed protecting and it needed someone to look out for it, and I think the Father knew that.
Oh, speaking of Jinx, our lead cultist man had a black rose on his table.
Oh, great.
You know what that means. He's clearly working with Jinx.
So that means Black has been here. Or if not, he was trying to get to the seal at least. But I knew the seal was
Well,
here already.
He did not succeed in getting the seal anyway.
They already knew the seal was here. They were using it.
If he wanted this bad enough, he would have just taken it. There's no one here who could have stopped him.
Right.
Calorie could have stopped.
I mean, I could have if I wanted. I'm pretty tough.
Lift her arm up. There is no muscle.
I would hope not.
There is... If they already knew the seal was here, that means Farak just summoned Vialdir to this plane because he could.
I think he thought they were summoning you.
Yes, I thought that's what they were thinking originally too, but I'm starting to think that that's not the case.
Nobody just gets that horrible idea from nowhere. Somebody gave it to him.
And that somebody was the one pulling the strings, which would be Black, which makes me wonder what the hell is he trying to do?
Is he working with the old god?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Based on what we know, he's trying to get his wish so that he can restart the world, but...
Yes, he's also, if I recall, after the seals as well.
But why would he take
because
this?
he has some kind of machine. Like, I don't know how it works.
I honestly don't know.
Tibble, don't you have that book from Airship Boy?
I do. You're talking about our Rip?
Yes.
Yeah, I bought Jinx's book.
The journal that you guys found in the tower?
Yes.
What are you looking for specifically in it?
Any mention of the machine that Black is making?
Voxy's going to kind of look through it real quick.
Or using, or, you know, if there's a machine at all, I guess. I'm pretty sure it was briefly mentioned once.
The fuck is the fuck? Okay, I know what this is. He showed us a vision of this when we were in his chambers. There's a focusing array somewhere within the world. When all the seals are placed on it, that is what you use to summon the Kirin to this plane. I'm not sure where that thing is, actually. There's no clues to it, and the room was dark whenever we saw it.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
Who builds things like that?
A madman.
And like, on that matter, who built this station?
That is an even better question.
Yeah, she kind of points up to the air.
So,
I mean, like, it has the ability to channel new gods and the old gods' power. And it was responsive, like, specifically to whoever put power into it.
Well, I can answer this one.
Oh?
So, based on what I've been able to tell, this thing predates me. And obviously, I had no idea how it works. A better idea now. But this is where I first manifested.
What does that mean?
I became here.
Huh.
Who made you?
I honestly don't remember. I kind of lost that part of myself.
Do you recall? Sun God mentioned this being there was this whatever this was still around. It was one of the last ones around. So that means there was other ones that could do this. What happened to those? Do you know what happened to those?
No idea. This is the only one I know of. And based on what I can tell, it seems like you're right. There is some kind of siphoning doohickey in here. It looks like
I
it was
wonder-
made specifically to sap a god's energy?
That's what I was going to say. I wonder if all the other ones had calories that powered them as well. Not you, but just as an example.
Well, I mean, it almost seems like it's capable of all the gods fighting with them. So, were the gods ever at war with anything?
Of course.
So,
All the time.
You haven't,
well, I mean,
you haven't read that book yet, have you?
well, probably not.
I haven't, and I even know that.
So... You know what? There's a lot of this stuff we need to talk about, and I don't think this is the time or place to do it. There's a lot of people hurting here. Let's get back to Xento, and we can sit down and discuss this more. I think we need to talk with your leadership, because there are some big moves that need to be made. But I want you all to know, I am wholly on your side. I am not trying to hurt anyone without purpose. It is not my nature to create pain only to hope that people learn from the pain that they are received. And I want to make sure that this world survives. I am not trying to deceive you, and I am not trying to destroy the planet. Trust me. Those cultists don't share my desires.
Well, you better get your church in order around here.
I don't even have a church here.
Oh, I think you do. I think the just been taught the wrong thing. People know who you are. They just didn't know who you was.
All they know is that Voxia means void.
Guess you're gonna have to tell them that they're wrong then. All in a day for a god, right?
I suppose so. I suppose I might have to send an Inquisitor over here too. Give Walter a chance to stretch his legs. I'm sure he'd enjoy that.
We can send him over here, and we convince Kimmy to come over here and rule.
Perfect. You can keep a watch on things while she's back over here, provided she takes up the throne.
But
And,
I can't get back to Xento.
Say it again.
I can't wait to get back to Xento.
Oh, Tybalt, where's the paper? We need her to do something to it.
Oh, right. Hillary, we need you to give me this, your blessing. I hand her the gold tape.
Oh, gotcha.
As you see her finger like heat up red hot, she touches it to the paper. You hear a audible tss as her fingerprint is now burned into the paper itself with a holy light.
So, what do we do with this now?
Show it to the cops.
The Organites?
Yeah, you get pulled over, just show them you got that. It's your license.
That's right. Who's pulled over?
Sky Police.
She like waves her hands in the air.
Wait, am I going to need one of those?
For what?
Well, you know that trick you taught me, Voxia?
Oh, don't worry about that. You're fine.
All right.
Hey, Voxy, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Had a hard-fought battle, and we earned a prize. And during our battle with the giant with Aldir, it gave you something. Do you mind if I have it back?
The seal?
Yes, please.
She's going to inside you.
Might I ask why?
As a trophy.
Roll persuasion.
Insight that as well.
I almost want to insight that.
Roll deception against you. Unless you're telling the truth.
Oh, I'm telling the truth.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I can't just give this thing out as a trophy. This is a little too powerful to just be hanging on to a chain. I can give it back to you, but it must fall into the hands of the Iron Tempest and Xento.
Then give it to me.
Yeah, give it to the Iron Tempest. Brad will make sure it gets there.
Very well.
She hands the seal over to Brad.
Keep in mind, if I find that it's not there, well, you don't want to extract the wrath of a goddess now, do you?
Why would it not be there?
Yeah, who knows? Crazier things have happened. Giant beetles
last time
turn
we
into
did that-
robots? What the fuck was that?
Yeah, last time we did that, we got to push the button. It was awesome.
It was
You
amazing.
guys want to go to the college?
Yeah, Calderay, just one last question for you.
What's up?
When I gave you that hug before we went down the tube, you said it was nice getting a hug from family.
Yeah?
What did you mean by that?
I mean, you're my granddaughter, right?
Huh?
Yeah, I mean, we have the same ears.
She doesn't like giving hugs to family, apparently.
You're not family yet. You wait your turn.
Granddaughter.
I've
Oh,
not
wait,
been told that at all.
those are bear ears. What?
Yeah, your dad's my son? You didn't know that?
What?
What?
Wait. You can have normal babies?
Yeah? Why is this confusing everyone? I don't understand.
Cause you're like made out of metal.
And why is that an issue? I'm still not understanding the problem here.
Well, you're a god.
You have him before you ascended?
No? He's, what's that word? Half angel people? Azamar, that's it.
Well, he's a human.
No?
Your dad's an angel?
Violet is standing there having a midlife crisis right now.
Who's his father?
Or Byron, right?
Wait. His father was a beautiful man that I loved for many, many years. And then he died because he was made of flesh. But hey, I had a kid.
That's great. What was his name?
Terrence Zapata. One of the
What was the
greatest
first name,
minds...
sorry?
What?
What was the first name, sorry?
Terrence.
Terrence, okay.
Terry was one of the greatest minds I ever knew, matched only by my own. He could work a wrench like nobody's business for hour.
Your dad know that Kelleray is... so...
Huh.
Violet, were you
Oh, he was a
told this?
gnome?
No, he wasn't a gnome.
What was he then?
Human, from what I believe. It's kind of hard to tell with you people sometimes.
Is she deliberately diverting?
That is a tie. And skill checks tie goes to the defender, so you don't know.
Buff the player.
Yeah. You think
I'll be in touch. I can't wait to get back home to talk to Papa. And
Don't let me get to you too much. Bye! Have fun! Tell him I said hi.
Does my niece need a hug?
Can
Are
I
you gonna
extend
be
my arms to Kelleray?
Are you going to be at the wedding tomorrow?
Kelleray hugs you.
I planned on it. I'm not attached to this place anymore, so I guess I can go. Unless they have it here.
Ooh.
Can we have it here?
Wouldn't the tragedy sort of sour it?
What do you mean tragedy?
As there's a pile of gnome corpses behind her.
No, it's fine. I'm sure they'll be happy to have it here. Lots of open space now.
what is wrong with you?
That's awful. Offer hugs to the other two goddesses in the room.
They hug you as well.
That's my business here.
I
Midlife
want a
crisis
hug.
my way to the
I'm
college.
gonna put this seal in my bag, by the way.
Okay, yep, put the seal in your bag. Alright, what? Okay, so Violet's going to college. What's the rest of y'all doing?
I would be going to the college too.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'm going with him.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else to really do. So yeah, I guess I'll go there too.
Okay. Is there anything specific that you guys are looking for there?
Well, first stop for me is to go to the guards and see if I can collect a bounty for those 30 cultists that I turned in.
Let's see here. You can. However, since they didn't really know that they were looking for them, they can only offer you about 150 gold.
I will take it.
Okay, you got 150 gold.
Well, meeting back up with the group. Who wants a cut? Since you all did help me out.
It's all yours. Didn't know anything about it, just doing it to get rid of the baddies.
You know, gold. We have to arrange our board to be brought back to Xento.
Well, I don't know what we're getting the airship for.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Is there like a
You
way
need to find
to do
somebody who
everything?
can drive it.
Is there any magic shops close by?
I mean, you're in the college, so yeah.
You don't want to do any shopping real quick before we head back to Xento? Since that we're in the magic area.
Well, I could certainly go and try to find one of those mirrors or a crystal ball, but I don't think I have the funds for it. You guys, want to find that Fairwick guy? I can definitely use that to help zero in on him.
What is the like the tower? What is going on at the tower?
There is a heavy guard presence around the tower right now. There are several students who seem confused as to why exactly, but they're not letting anybody in.
When I was told to go figure out this stone, did I get the assumption that like I needed to pay to do that?
Mm-mm.
Like, okay. Well, if it's not something that I felt like I was going to pay for, so how much gold is this thing that you're talking about?
Well, it needs to be about 1,000 gold.
Okay,
It's the value.
I'll drop it in your hands.
What?
1,000 gold?
How do you have this much?
What do you mean much?
I just turned in 30 gnomes and only got 150 gold. How do you just have 1,000 to hand out?
I got a pretty cool Papa.
We also shoot off a red dragon.
I hope she's doing good, by the way.
I hope
All
so,
right.
too.
But anyway, I'm going to go in where I was instructed before to try to get this stone thing
Okay.
opened up.
Yep. You head to the School of Conjuration, and there's a few what appear to be teachers that are kind of inside talking. The school itself is actually not that large. It's only a single floor, and it kind of goes off into several classrooms that are down a long hallway. A couple of potted plants in the entrance. There's a few what appear to be violet crystals kind of floating that they use as light.
Excuse me.
Yes. How may I help you?
Hi, I was told that this would be the place to help understand what this is and how to use it.
What is that? It is one of the small gnomes as they're talking to each other. Kind of pulls a pair of glasses out from his pocket and puts them on his face. What is that? Let me see this just a moment.
Sure.
He takes it out of your hand. This is... Oh! This is a soul stone. Oh, it's only a face soul stone. Yeah. Are you working on a school project or something?
No, I'd found it, and it had this booklet which figures probably instructions or information on it, but it's written in like big words.
Figures and instructions. What?
No,
What,
like
textbook? Is this someone else's homework?
I'm not sure. It was on a bad guy.
Bad guy. Wait, do you have the book?
Yeah.
He's going to take it from you and start flipping through it.
Oh, good heavens! What?
Yeah, it used really big words. I had a hard time understanding it.
What is wrong with this guy?
Why? What's wrong?
He was... I don't know where you got that book from, but that is... horrible.
I don't understand.
I've only heard of worse atrocities coming from the Norellian General Gid Barabbas. That man was a psychopath.
Well, it was on an Aurelian.
That explains a lot. The poor creature.
As he kind of like looks through the stone.
That explains why it's so cloudy. There is an incantation that can be done to remove the soul from within the stone itself, but I'm afraid to say that it's quite corrupt.
Can it be uncorrupted?
Probably from a strong enough magical source, but this is deep. It runs throughout the crystal itself.
Well, if I can help whoever's in there, I'd like to.
I'm sorry, I don't know. The only thing I can think of would be getting Iris herself to purify it, but that's impossible.
I think I can figure something out.
Alright, I'm sorry for the terrible news, but you might as well just break it. I don't think that thing's going to be any good anymore.
I'll make sure that this person gets the help they need.
Alright, good luck.
As he kind
Thank you.
of goes back to conversing to the gnome. Alright, anybody else? What else would you like to do while you're here?
I don't really care for shop talk to the guard. People will get done with shopping.
Is there any magic weapon shops? Or is it just straight magic shop?
These are just straight magic shops. They don't really specify or specialize in weaponry here. Leo, as you are shopping, you manage to find 2 pairs of manacles. The rope that you're looking for, 1 length of chain, and the saddle and saddlebags you cannot find. However, they do have the mirror that you're looking for.
Sweet. Yes, I was hoping for the mirror. Alright. Oh, shoot. I probably don't have much pull around here to really throw my name around and get a discount. Alright.
Alright, so Barad, what were you want to do?
I'm just going to talk to the guards. You said there was a heavy presence there.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, and they seem to kind of like be shooing curious students away. You hear just a murmur from the crowd as everyone's kind of trying to figure out what's going on at the tower, what was happening in home, why there's more people here than there should be. Like, there's a lot of confusion going on. And as you push your way through the crowd up to them, halt, sir, you can't come through here.
Yeah, what's going on here?
There was a disturbance in the tower. We think it might be connected to what was going on back at home.
Has anybody been in here since you got here?
Oh, no one, just the officers that we've sent in to investigate.
What have they found?
Nothing. Nothing at all. That's an ongoing investigation. I'm not really privy to give any information at this moment.
Huh. Well, have you seen the headmaster?
Headmaster hasn't been seen for a few days. We don't know where he is.
Is there like an emergency place for important individuals, like leadership, to go in an emergency?
Usually that's the Temple of Kelleray, but if he's not there, then we don't know where he is. Move along, please.
You sound funny.
Beg your pardon.
You sound funny for a gnome. I'm gonna leave.
He's kind of flabbergasted at that. As he just kind of like, he shakes it off and starts shooing students away again. Okay. What else would y'all like to do?
Where's this
I got
airship
no-
parked?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Welcome back.
Is there something
where-
happening?
Where's the airship parked at?
Wasn't it back at home? Isn't that where the airship dock was?
Yeah, I got nothing here unless anybody's got any other questions about what's happened.
Uh,
Have I joined the group at this point, or is it still...
Yeah, I'm saying everybody is gathering back up.
Okay.
oh, all right. So do we have any personal belongings of this guy we're looking for? Because that'll make it a lot easier for me to find them.
I don't.
Oh, real quick, thinking of personal belongings, we need to make sure that all that gold that we got from the Dwarven runes makes its way back to, maybe if we load it up on our airship and get it all sent back to Xento.
Oh, personal belongings of the wizard dude?
Yeah, anything that was owned by the wizard dude.
Wouldn't that teleportation stone that we took?
Yeah, it is, but it's set up right now to teleport us back to Xento.
Do you just need it near you, or do you need to use it?
Well, it shouldn't eat it up, I just need to be in possession of it.
Does standing next to it count as possession?
Do we have anything else?
Well, we did have those schematics, but not anymore. You
Don't you have the
know-
remote?
not me.
Doesn't somebody have the remote for the teleporter?
That's in the tower.
Didn't you take it with?
No, it wasn't. It was on the wall.
I thought you took the remote though. I don't know. I don't. Remember.
I don't have a remote to teleport you.
I guess you could try standing next to the teleportation crystal.
I can give it a try.
Oh no, I gotta swing by the temple again just really quick before we end up leaving. So if you guys want to go get the airship, I can meet you there.
All right. Is the teleportation crystal on the airship, or is it?
Is it in the temple?
It's in the.
All right. Well, I'll join
Take
you
it,
in the
head out
temple.
right at the end of the
Oh.
temple.
Sorry, say that again.
You cut
No,
out
I
right
was-
where you said where you thought it was.
Oh, yeah, it's in the temple.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I want to swing by the back at home. I want to swing by the Draconic Protection League if it's still there.
Let me roll to see. It's still there, but there's a lot of carnage outside that building.
I'm going to attempt to go inside.
Okay. There appears to be something barring the door from the inside.
Is there anybody in there? I'm gonna like knock.
No answer.
I'm going to attempt to try and go in or open the door. Nope, never mind.
Yeah, it's not budging.
Hot at 2.
Can I like is it like cracked? Is the door like cracked open?
It is a little bit.
Can I find out what might be blocking it?
As you run your fingers through the crack, as you feel down and get about halfway, you feel a hard piece of what feels to be like maybe plaster or stone. Maybe it looks like something had fallen from the ceiling and is barring the door.
Going to walk around the building and feel for a window or another door.
It looks like a lot of the windows have been sealed up. Roll perception, I suppose. You don't really hear anything, and again, you do smell like a very, very heavy stench of death around this place. I guess roll insight. You could probably determine that because of the nature of what this building is, it might have been targeted.
By the demons?
Mm-hmm.
Is the statue out front intact?
It is not. It's laying on the ground.
Is it just like knocked over, or is it like shattered?
It is broken in 3 places, it looks like.
Is there like any secret goodies inside the statue?
No, it's rock.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll go back to the airship.
Okay.
You can't get into place.
Anything else y'all would like to do? Your
Actually, have we already departed for the temple?
yes.
All right, and I had an idea, but I'll let it pass for now and hope that the teleportation crystal works.
Okay.
Or wait, hold on. Who took the black rose from the desk?
I have that. Do you want to try with that?
Yeah. Let me borrow that.
Yeah, the two of them. I'm like, be careful who you're scrying for.
Well, I just need the name of the person and to focus on them. I don't think I can accidentally get this black jinx that you're talking about.
Good luck.
Am I there? I'm not there, am I?
No.
Well, I'm still going to go to the temple and then do this.
I've already run off to the temple.
Okay. So everybody except Brad is at the temple right now, I suppose. So you walk inside the temple. There has actually been a separate antechamber that has been set up for the teleportation room. Runes are already in place. The crystal is up overhead. It's filling the room with a strange purple light.
Would you like to go first, Violet?
Yep, I'm gonna run up to Iris.
Hey! What's up?
Hey! The mage guy said that you did a purgy thingy on the stone that we were talking about before.
Mm-hmm.
He said it's in really bad shape.
Oh, yeah.
And he said it would take, like, Iris herself to purge it. And if he said it would be nearly impossible to do that, and I was like, huh.
Yeah, he would think that, wouldn't he? Peanut?
She offers you a bag of peanuts.
Ooh. Thank you.
I can eat them. I'm allergic.
So why are you eating them?
Because they taste good?
As she squirts a bottle of ketchup in the bag.
Fair?
So what you want me to do?
Can you help her that's in here?
Hmm.
Sounds like, by what was written in this thingy, that she's had a really bad time.
She takes the stone and rolls it through her fingers.
I can get rid of some of this cloudiness, but she's probably still not going to be in good shape.
If there's a way that I can help her, I'd like to.
Give me a little bit with this thing and I'll see what I can do.
Sure.
Okay. I think I'm going to come with you guys, by the way. I'm kind of interested to see where you live.
Where does the teleporter take us again? Does it take us to Xento or does it take us to Brigada?
Your choice.
Did you also say the wedding's tomorrow?
No.
Okay, I thought somebody said the wedding was tomorrow. So I had that in my head. Are we going to Xento or are we going to Brigada, guys?
Go to Xento.
Well, before we take off, let me make an attempt at this, and maybe we can disseminate the information a little bit quicker.
I'm always able to get to Xento from my air.
Okay. Leo, as you set the mirror down on the ground, and I guess you could flavor the spell how you want.
Well, he's definitely holding it up and looking at it like he's checking himself out in the mirror.
Ah, well, there you go. And as you start casting the spell, you see this strange blue crackling kind of ebb across the mirror itself, and it almost shimmers and ripples. And then there's nothing but static.
Well, crap. He's either not... Shit. They did say his temple was on a different plane. He's still hiding in the void. Hello?
Guess we'll just have to try later then. He's got to come out at some point.
Yeah, I suppose.
I guess we'll just worry about the next phase of where we're going. Heard one person said Xento. Obviously, I'm going to vote for Brigada.
Yeah, I'm voting for Xento.
2 for Xento.
Xento.
That's half. Well, yeah, half. My bad.
I abstain. I'm mostly just tagging
Xento.
along for the job.
To Xento, and I will harbor my pent-up rage at my father for when we get to Brigada.
And I am coming too, and I'm bringing this one.
Voxia now has Iris on a piece of rope.
Why do you have her on a rope?
Do you want her to not... Do you want me to touch her? Because I don't think that's a good idea.
Is she going to follow us on her own?
What would happen if you touched her?
I think I already explained that.
Well, somebody need to hold her hand through it?
I mean... Maybe?
Dibs.
Okay. Alright.
I'm glad you like her, because she threw a whale on me.
Man, when are you just... You're just not gonna get over that, are you?
Have you ever been crushed by a whale?
Many times!
Well, I didn't care for it.
I once was crushed by a whale on fire. That was fun.
Well, obviously the whale wasn't in water. It was on fire.
Anywho, are we going home?
No, we're going to Xento.
Yeah, we're at home.
Holy shit, I want to get out of this place so bad right now.
So wait, can we bring the airship to Xento with us?
Yeah, it's an airship.
Thought your airship was in Xento.
So whose airship is this?
What airship?
We're in the temple.
But we're teleporting there.
Yes.
This is linked to the teleporter that's in Xento.
But our airship doesn't have an engine. That was the problem.
The engine's still being built. You guys were supposed to get permission to use the thing.
Which
And the airship dock's still being built too. Even if we could fly there, there's nowhere for you guys to park.
We could park it where Wilma parked hers.
In Borgata?
I don't know.
I mean, they're only a teleport away to ask.
Well, unfortunately, these things can only go to one destination at a time. And though Calray's help, we have kind of knocked the charge down a little bit. You can use it every 3 days now instead of a week.
I thought that was going from one place to the other, but now there's 3 destinations.
Right.
So when we get to Xento, can't we then just go to Brigada, like right away if we needed to?
Nope.
Oof. Okay. Well, it's only 3 days.
Alright, so. You want to teleport?
I suppose.
So I'm guessing the understanding is that we're taking this ticket of ours to just show we have proof to use the airship?
Yes.
Like, that was the whole purpose of this?
Yes.
Okay, because I don't know if I was necessarily here when all that went down. So, I just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, the way it sounded here was that we were getting an airship.
No, you already
That's
have,
actually...
you already have an airship
Okay.
being built. You just weren't authorized to use it. And if they saw it in the air, it would have been shot out of the air immediately.
But how is the paper going to save us if they're just going to shoot us out of the air?
You're thinking too hard. Take us to Xento!
Alright.
The paper is like an IFF code.
What's that mean?
I fly for fun.
It's the same reason why all the Swedes have barcodes on the side of their ships, so that when they come back to port, they Scandinavian.
I'm gonna kick you in the teeth for that one.
You sure you're not a dad?
Oh!
Are we going? Can we go, please?
Are we there yet?
Please, I suddenly feel sick to my stomach, like someone uttered a terrible curse.
Well, you did come from Void Land.
So, as you're all settled in the middle of the ruins now, Kelleray herself actually kind of slides up the control panel.
Okay, it's great to see you. Bye. Have fun.
And she starts, like, really quickly, like, moving her arms, and you see buttons being pushed, and there's, like, levers that are going 90 to nothing, and steam starts billowing out of the room, and then all of a sudden, there's this bright flash of violet light, and all of you start feeling yourselves being pulled once more back through that shadowy place. You can see the planetoids that are rushing past you, until eventually you find yourselves back in a familiar chamber in the garrison back in Xento. And
That
now
wasn't...
we will cut to someone else.
The curse of joining the campaign.
I'm so sorry. Every time I try and bring somebody in new, you guys take 2 hours. Amberly. Sorry.
It's only an hour and a half since the session actually started.
So, You've arrived in the port city of Xento. The information that you had acquired has led you to this apparent brothel that's outside of this massive military garrison that's being built.
Gross.
From what you've heard, these people are trying to fight back against the Norellians who have been trying to overtake the whole world at this point. But that's not why you're here. The city itself is bustling with people all around. There's the busyness of sailors as they're moving crates off of ships, seagulls chirping overhead. People moving to and fro throughout the muddy streets. The buildings themselves are mostly made out of wood. Many of them are weathered with age from the sea spray. There's a heavy smell of salt in the air. The sun is shining brightly overhead as you walk up to this establishment that looks like it's been redone within the last couple of years. What would you like to do?
I guess I enter the building.
As you walk up to the front of the building, there is a large gray man with this kind of dark red leather armor and a lion pelt thrown over his shoulders. A large, what appears to be katana at his back. And he kind of stares down at you. He towers over your form as he holds his hand up in front of you before you enter. State your business!
Wait, what did I say?
Why are you here?
So I'm here to inquire about Sylph.
The large man kind of narrows his eyes at you.
I don't know. I say, who would know about such things?
Go inside, talk to the bartender.
As he kind of steps out of your path now.
Okay, so I go in and try to find the bartender.
Okay. As you enter into the bar, there is a flurry of movement inside. Several what appears to be young ladies are just serving drinks to what looks like soldiers of some kind, maybe mercenaries, who all seem to be sitting around small wooden tables. There's a fire burning in the fireplace. A bar along the right-hand side with several what appears to be lower-class alcohols along the wall, a few top-shelf items, and several kegs of what appear to be some very fine ale that, from what you can understand, looks to be brewed in this very establishment. There looked to be a large still outside of the building itself. There is a kitchen. You can hear movement coming from back there, and it sounds like there's two people that are yelling at each other as occasionally a plate is thrown up through the window and is grabbed by one of the young ladies and brought back out to the people sitting out in the room. And behind the bar, there appears to be a small goblin who is cleaning glasses and straightening coasters. He's wearing a bowler hat with these large suspenders kind of thrown over his shoulders with a very nice button-down shirt. A rag sticking out of his pocket as he takes notice of you walking in. And as you enter the room, obviously there is eyes that are immediately drawn to your presence. You're used to these looks, of course, but You also kind of feel that they're drawn to you for obvious reasons. What would you like to do?
As I cross the room, I glare at the people staring at me. And as I approach the bar, I ask the bartender for information about the sales.
Wait, the what? Who are you?
I am an explorer, and I am trying to get the information that I seek.
Seals. Why are you looking for those things?
As he kind of sets the glass down and kind of leans up over the counter and looks at you kind of funny.
I have my reasons. What do you know?
A little bit more than you, but listen, lady, not many people come in here looking for that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm obviously not like other people.
Obviously, as he kind of looks behind your shoulders.
Look, all I'm saying is be careful, especially with that kind of throwing around words like that. I don't know how you found out about those things, but
Kind of eyes around the room to some of the patrons.
probably not the place you want to be talking about it.
So take me to somebody that can tell me about it in a better location.
What do you work for?
I work for myself.
He's going to incite you. I know you're being truthful, but he just kind of throws his hands up.
Fair enough, goblin intuition. I gotta kind of ask. Alright. You probably need to talk to them.
Who is them?
The Barcelian rebels, apparently.
Okay, then take me to them.
Alright. Hey, break! What? Take a break. It's Rush! What do you think you're doing? Look, man, I just gotta go take this young lady out back real quick, alright? Alright, fine. Alright, come on.
As he hops down off of his stool and opens up the bar and ushers you to a door out the back.
Right this way, my lady.
Very well.
And as he leads you forward, out behind the bar, there is an entrance to the actual military garrison. There's a large door that kind of opens up into this base that has been built within this sea town. As he kind of pulls out a ring of keys from his pocket, the goblin man reaches up to a keyhole and he kind of like tries to struggle to get the key in there.
So to be clear, we exited one building and are now entering a different building.
Yes. Out behind there are large walls that are actually behind the bar building itself, that kind of encompass the actual military base.
Just gotta get this thing. Shit.
He drops his keys. Just picks them back up again and
Alright, here we go. So, you're new in town, I guess?
You could say that.
Yeah, we had a lot of mercs coming through here lately, what with the war effort. A lot of people wanting to try and either get their mark in history or try and make some coin in the process.
Yeah, I don't care about coin or wars. I'm here for other reasons.
Fair enough. Not many people come here looking for those things, though. Those are kind of, hush-hush. As he opens the door and leads you through. This is the Barcelian garrison. They're, trying to fight their way to get back home. I'm sure you heard the stories about what happened to Barclay. Terrible thing. We really feel sorry for the people. My own life was saved by a dear friend of one of their generals, actually. Yeah, kind of owe a debt to him, so that's why they got me working in the bar now.
Would I already know about the events that he's speaking, or would I ask?
You would have heard what had happened
Okay.
to Barclay. Probably not the exact details, but you do know that the Empire had basically all but destroyed it.
Alright, well, right down there, up to the building, there should be a large metal man. Don't let him scare you too much. He's actually pretty much a kitten if you don't make him angry. You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
Yeah, I'm not really scared of other people. People are usually scared of me.
Don't know why. You seem nice enough, but can understand why they'd be a little off-put. There's one thing that's nice about Xento. A lot of people are accepted here, especially at this bar.
Yeah, well, there was a lot of staring as I walked in.
Yeah, some of those mercs that keep coming in. Apologize for them, but, you know, can't be helped sometimes, I suppose. You should see some of the looks I get. Goblins ain't too welcome around here either.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Good luck, as he kind of ushers you forward to where the large building in the center of the garrison is. He turns around to leave and close this gate behind you. In front of you, you see this large square building. To the sides, there are several smaller, like tents, a few other makeshift buildings that are kind of built up. In the very back, there appear to be houses. Looks like maybe some small businesses. Within the tents in front of you, however, you do see what looks to be several small lizard people that you know as kobolds. Diminutive dragons that like to live in large packs together. These look to be gray kobolds that are known for digging tunnels and usually being used as just general laborers within cities. But these appear to be actually training for battle for whatever reason. And in front of you, where the large building is, there is a metal man, apparently. You wouldn't know it at first. He looks like he's just wearing a giant suit of armor, except for the helmet that he's wearing covers his entire face. And he wears kind of like a half robe with black and red embellishments on it. Do you approach?
Sure. I stroll up to the man and tell him that the goblin sent me.
Percy sent you? Oh. Okay. What brings you here? He's not one to just start letting mercs in here without vetting them first.
Through the research that I've done, I have come to discover that you may know that the people here may know something about the Sills, and I am here to talk to them.
he stops you immediately. Wait. Seals, you the. Sorry. How do you know about those? That's. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely somebody you need to talk to. As he walks you up into the actual building itself. Now, back to the group. Rest of the group, I should say. You all have teleported in. Voxia and Iris there with you.
Well, that was a good time.
Good time. That was a good time. That was really a good time. You really think that was a good time?
I felt that one was a little more tingly than the other times.
Was that your forced teleportation, Voxel?
I mean, I jumped through portals like crazy, but, using one of those things. Yeah, I suppose so.
Gets easier.
I wish I could just appear wherever I wanted to be.
Yeah, I can't do it all the time.
There's limitations to those things?
It uses energy from the void that I don't actually have access to anymore, so, But if need be, I can still use it when I want. Just takes a little bit out of me.
What's your plan with Iris?
I have an idea, but we need to talk to your leaders.
Yes, we do.
So where are we exactly?
You are in the main hall in the garrison. This is the command center.
I couldn't remember where the seal was in here.
The building itself is laid out in like a cross pattern. There's a main hallway that kind of cuts off into 3 different alcoves. One goes to the teleportation room, one goes to the main war room, and another goes to a small armory that's within the building itself. Are you all leaving the teleportation room?
Yeah. Let's start showing Iris around.
Okay.
Yeah, the bar is that way.
I think I'll follow Violet and get the tour.
Okay. As you're all walking down the hallway, you see Crank walking up the hallway with a young woman. And this is what you all see.
I see a map.
Dun, dun, dun.
Huh. Interesting. I'm gonna look right at Tibble.
Don't look at me, man.
Hey, Violet, she's got wings.
Cool people get wings.
What are you talking about?
With somebody.
The guy's walking with somebody. Yeah, it's
The guys?
It's Crank.
Crank?
Oh, Crank is here.
Yeah, Crank.
Crank.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Are the others in the war room?
Yeah, they should be in there. I was actually just escorting this young woman. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. What's your name?
Amberly.
Nice to meet you. I guess y'all are all headed in, right?
I think some of them are taking the tour.
Is there a meeting going on right now?
Yeah, there was discussion about probably escalating some of the sorties that are going on in the Broken Isles right now. Y'all might want to head in.
Are they okay with some new people that aren't exactly members going in?
Guessing so. Brad, come here just a moment.
Guys, we'll have to put a pin in our tour.
Dang it.
Crank kind of pulls you close, Brad.
Your breath smells terrible.
I don't know how. Look, I don't know who she...
Probably the brand of oil.
Okay, maybe I need to change that. Look, I don't know who she is, but she was asking about the seals.
What did she say?
Nothing, just that she was inquiring about them. Considering that nobody knows about them, I don't know what to do here, so I'm gonna leave her to you guys.
Hold on a second. Keep her out here for a second.
Okay.
I'm going to walk into the war room.
Okay. Just a moment, ma'am.
Are we supposed to go? Are we waiting too?
I guess Brad's just going in for now.
That conversation didn't go well.
Is the gang in there?
Yes, they're all in there. They all seem to be crowded around a map. Darius is pointing out various locations that he wants to try and move ships. Darius is actually not wearing his hood anymore, for sure, and he appears to be wearing much heavier armor than he was before as well.
Is there any new people in there?
There is not currently.
Okay. Do they see me walk in, or do I have to get their attention?
Yes, they see you as soon as you're walking in. You hear Darius. Well, if we can just move these here, I think maybe we might have a chance. Oh, Brad, hey, welcome back. We hadn't heard from you guys in what, probably about a month or so? What, was your trip successful?
It's a mess. Freaking mess.
Not what I wanted to hear, but okay, cool.
But that's not our problem. Horace,
Yes.
who all knows about the seals?
Meaning what exactly?
There's someone outside asking about them.
Wait, what?
And I want to know who might possibly know, outside of us and Norellians, who might know that.
No one, save for maybe a few very privileged archaeologists. That's highly uncommon. Who are they?
I don't know. Do you still have the one?
Yes, it's in a spatial dimension. I have it under lock.
Well, good. Add this one to it. I'm gonna take it out and kind of slam it on the table.
Holy shit! What the hell? Well, you don't see that every day. That's the your seal. You guys found it. What the hell was going on in home?
That's a long story. But lock this thing up.
Of course. As Horace picks it up and kind of puts it in his bag.
But yeah, I guess this person's coming in here because I'm kind of curious.
Yes, I am as well. Please bring her
And
in.
there's some newer people with us as well from when we left.
All right.
Yeah, it's a long story. I'm gonna go back out there and get everybody.
Oh, okay. Yes, please bring them all in if you can.
Come on, let's go.
Okay.
You two cranking, ma'am.
Lead the way.
Okay. As the doors open into the war room, you all step inside, the heavy scent of oak in the air and tobacco smoke from Leyden. Amberly, as you walk into the room, what you see is this large circular room with this big table in the middle, a giant map of Edoria in the middle, with several moving pieces on it. There are crates strewn all over the room that appear to have fruit, bread. Some have ammunition, weapons in them. There's a few barrels and things, candles burning overhead, and a chandelier. And there are 3 people that you see. One appears to be a human man in blue robes with glasses and very short, cleanly cut blonde hair. Very fancy dress, just poring over large tomes. There is a half-elf man in the middle who seems fairly athletic, not extremely well-built, who seems to be wearing heavy black armor with a cloak with black and red embellishments on it, similar to what the metal man was wearing.
Question.
Yes.
Do you have, like... Are these characters that you have drawn? Can you pull them up like you did with my character?
I can if... Actually, I don't have drawings for... I don't have a drawing for Horus yet. I need to do one for him.
You fucking up.
What?
I actually don't have a drawing for Horus. I need to do one for him. He's like super important.
Well, no, I'm thinking like he's like episode 1.
Yeah, I know.
What's wrong with you?
Had a year and a half to draw Horus.
Look. Shit happened, okay?
That's it. Session's over.
Okay, I gotta pull them up real quick.
Is it with the in the tab on the journal tab?
No. There's Darius.
Oh. I didn't know if some of those are in there.
Layden changed his picture.
Oh my god, he's missing a hand.
There's Crank. And I will have to find Layden real quick. Okay. There he is. And there is Layden Frost.
How do you spell that name?
Leiden. Frost.
Could you be labeling those instead of mysterious note?
I could, but hey.
Hey,
No, I'm curious because Ali
people don't know. Well, no, some of you people don't know who they are.
I just thought that was just Roll20 because Owly did the same thing with all his characters. It's like mysterious note. I was like,
it is Roll20. That's what defaults to is mysterious note.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean you can name them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Owly just didn't name anybody. You're talking to water vapor.
And it's
It will
level
disappear.
25.
It will disappear. Yeah. It's gonna evaporate into thin air.
So yeah, these are 3 of the people that Leo and Amberly you both see in the room. The 3rd I don't have art for. I'll have to get art for him because I can't believe I have not drawn him yet. I think I started actually, and I just never finished it. But anyway, so yeah.
Okay.
There is also this person that you see. That is Voxia. That is the goddess that is with you. One of the goddesses. And there is this person. Damn it. You know, right when I needed Iris's picture, I deleted it. This is the other one.
She throws whales on people.
10 out of 10. Would bang.
Have banged.
I don't know if I want to know.
There's a whole comic about it. My God. Anyway.
It's not a comic, it's a doshin.
Right. Anyway, so yeah, these are the people that are in the room with you, besides the actual group, which I think you've seen artwork for them already, so.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. You can go back into the descriptions now.
It's fine. I was pretty much done with them anyway, so. But yeah, that's what you see within the room, as they're all kind of crowded around these this large map that's in the room. Welcome everyone. Glad to see some new faces, I suppose.
Who is speaking?
This is Darius, the half-elf man in the middle of the room.
Yeah, hello. Nice to meet you all.
We're very pleased to have anyone we can to help us in our war effort right now. It's kind of becoming a bit of a problem. We learned some... Well, I should say there's been some news that has come out within the last couple of days that it's quite interesting on the rebellion front.
What news?
Horse, you want to show him? As Horse holds his hand out, there is a small illusion that appears on the front of the table, or standing in the table. And it looks like the figure of Emperor Tarshius. And standing next to him is an extremely pregnant Robin.
The
Spell
reason why
Tarshius.
nobody's talking?
No one is talking.
No, I said, is there a reason why no one's talking? Like, I'm saying that out loud.
Oh.
There's a picture of a lady that's preggers.
Well, there's thousands of pregnant individuals.
Yes, but this one is a little, more, pressing. Obviously.
Well, who is it?
Obviously, the Emperor's paramour is pregnant. And on top of that, there is a wedding that is scheduled to be held within the next month.
Why didn't you say so?
Where?
In Narelle. I don't think there's really much we can do about that.
Yes, one of the Neuralians been up to you for the month we've been gone.
Well, they've been striking hard at our forces. We've been trying to make as hard a push as we can against Archer Shellcrest, but we can't really get it close to it. We might need a bit heavier arms to try and get in there. Maybe some, I don't know, better commanders. I don't think the kobolds are just going to be able to handle it on their own. Grung Special Forces have done a good job trying to hold footholds in the smaller islands, but that's not working too well either.
What about the
what's the issue there?
Well, they're still not fully trained.
Well, no, I mean with the Neuralians. Like, what do they have that you don't?
Better trained Marines, honestly.
So while all this is happening, my character is just carefully scanning each person in the room.
Okay.
Is there anything that she can perceive about them?
Roll insight.
How?
There you go. Here's the first one.
Sometimes it takes a second for when you click it to throw. Roll 20 can be slow.
Got it.
Can be.
And yeah, and don't forget to flip back over to the chat window just to see where your rolls are.
Yeah, it's open.
Okay, yeah, just make sure. You can tell that a lot of the people in the room, especially the three in the middle, they are apparently the upper commanders of this group. They all seem extremely worried about the situation that's at hand and very frustrated.
Jesus.
With the current situation that's being presented before them. Roll a perception as well. Don't really notice anything physically about them other than what you first saw whenever you first came in the room.
Okay.
So what do you think you would need to tip the scales?
Options we have. We can hire mercs. They're a little bit better trained, more heavily armed. See if they can't grab us a foothold before we actually push on Azure Cell Crest ourselves. We could send you guys in there, for sure. You'd be able to at least make diplomatic relations with the Paka, maybe, and then we can capture the island straight through. Or we have to choose another route, I suppose.
Has there been any reports of dragons?
None yet, thankfully.
Okay. Because there's another one potentially roaming around over there as well.
Another one?
Yeah, this one's a little rebellious.
Wait, what kind?
It's a red one.
Huh. You don't think she's gonna cause any problems, do you?
Well, she said she wanted to go home.
And where's home?
I can't remember the town. Off the top of my head, it's been a long month.
Understandable. Anyway, as far as the war effort goes, that's where we stand currently. Obviously, the Emperor is soon to have a new Empress and a child, therefore there is an heir to the throne.
If I may ask, if he is having a child, what actual impact does this have on the war? Is this more like a propaganda type victory for them? Something to boost the morale of their troops or something?
Yeah, something like that. It kind of hurts us a little down the road if we ever do actually end up overthrowing him and taking the city for ourselves. But for right now, they're going to be celebrating like fucking crazy. Honestly, if you ask me, I think this might be our best time to strike.
Well, if we do wait for them to celebrate, I have the perfect way to slip in.
Oh, do you know?
Well, who is going to pass up a chance of listening to some fine music when they're celebrating?
You proposing a concert for the garrison at Azure Shell Crest?
I mean, a little subterfuge is could always be useful.
That might work.
I mean, if that's too late down the line, we can still exploit it elsewhere.
It's not a bad idea.
Are they still experimenting?
No. Fortunately, with their R&D division shut down for the time being, they haven't been able to develop any new weapons, thankfully.
Well, that's good. I didn't know if they may have tried to replace that turtle.
Thankfully not. There was another scientist that we kind of thought they might have replaced him with, Black Dragonborn, that was almost his equal, but we don't know what's happened to him. He's been missing for years.
Is there any whereabouts of the other two generals?
Sayer, we haven't seen. We don't know where he is currently. We assume that he's at his horde, resting, biding his time, and we don't know when he's going to strike. Byakuya, on the other hand, as Darius kind of points his hand over to a small island north of Laulo, is definitely at the forefront of this one. He's commanding the Norelia Navy throughout the Broken Isles. And he has been vicious. Apparently something has changed him.
Is he wearing an eye patch? No?
Something like that. He's got a whole mask on the side of his face now.
Yep.
Won't let anybody see his right arm.
Yep. He kind of got acided.
That explains that. You know, somehow I had a feeling you guys had a hand in that.
We usually do. Well, the Gnomish culture is in shock.
How so? What was this trouble you all had?
Well, their king is dead.
Oh, good.
Speaking of which, is Kimmy here? Or in the bar?
As far as I know, she should be back in her workshop. I believe she's in the workshop anyway.
Just to add, in our travels to do some things for home and to get the an airship license, we fought the Red Dragon. The Red Dragon left, and we were able to take over its horde. Its horde is currently being held for us in home, and we're trying to get it transferred here to provide more funding for the war effort. So whenever that gets here, you'll have a huge influx of gold for the war effort.
That's wonderful.
Yes, it'll be a significant gain. But yeah, the Cluck King is dead. His right-hand man was a cultist, and the apparent heir to take the seat is in prison / jail.
Well, I don't think Devlin was essentially a cultist. I think he was just an opportunist.
No, not Devlin.
Oh. Ferric, or...
Yeah.
What's his name?
But they're in a big mess. So they won't be much of a help, I don't believe. But we did get what we went there for. The airship stuff.
And lo and behold, we actually found something
At
else.
this point, my character interrupts and just says, like, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I need to know what you know about the Seal of Adea.
The what?
You heard me.
The Seal of Adea. Who is she?
Man, who are you?
Everybody just kind of shrugs around the room.
You even get in this room.
All you need to know is that I'm an explorer, and I know that you know about the seals. So tell me what you know.
Well, that's cute. I need to know who you are.
I'm nobody. I'm just an explorer.
I'm
Then
gonna
nobody's-
insight that.
Nobody's don't just know about the seals.
18 insight. She is telling the truth. Miran is hiding behind a barrel.
Why do you want to know? First of all, how do you know about the seals? Second of all, why do you want to know about the seals?
I'm a historian and I'm a researcher. And this seal is the only lead that I have to find my wife.
Your wife is connected to a seal that.
So, who is your wife's name? Or what is
Her
your
name is
wife's
Celia.
What? No, you've never mind.
The-
Strike that. I personally don't know anything about that seal.
Well, through my research, I've learned that you know of the seals. What do you know? Tell me what you know.
We know they exist.
Amberly, as you say that name, the half-elf man Darius, you kind of see his eyebrows lilt a little bit. And then he just kind of goes back to crossing his arms.
Okay. I just begin to glare at him.
Look, not many people come in here. Well, no one comes in here asking about those things. They're. Okay, look, there's people in this room can explain this better than I can. Alright, what you want me to do with the horse? I don't care which one of you does it, just. Alright, fine, I'll do it. Those seals are objects
Wait,
of
question.
Yes.
When you say he reacted to that name, which name did he react to?
Celia.
Okay. Continue.
Those seals are objects of extreme power. They were forged many centuries ago in an attempt to banish the old gods from this plane. I'm not entirely sure how they were made. We do kind of know who made them. But they are objects of dangerous strength, and if they were to ever fall into the wrong hands, well, it would pretty much spell the end for all of us.
I turn to Darius and I say, you're hiding something. What do you know of my wife?
I mean, I don't know anything about your wife. Name was pretty.
You're lying.
He's gonna.
Leo, he is holding something back. Amberly, intimidation.
$28. Damn.
Yeah, you should see some of my other rolls.
Only get one.
Okay, look. Sorry. I've heard the name before. It's a very lovely name. Just reminded me of an old friend. I can assure you I didn't mean anything by it.
Can I do like insight?
Yeah. That's exactly what he meant. Reminded him of somebody that he knew at one point in time, but can't really gauge as to what that meant to him, actually.
Okay.
So, you think you've found the Seal of Idea? Is that what you're asking about?
So I tell them the story about the expedition we were on where she was taken.
Okay. All the details? Do you want to
Yes.
give them all the details, don't leave anything out?
Yes.
Okay. So Amberly tells you a story about what happened when her wife was taken. There was a... Actually, I can see what I wrote again. It was on an expedition with the Explorers Union to a chain of islands called Wolfmuse Atoll. Excuse me, which is close to the north of Laulo. They were investigating some ruins that apparently some Alaraki sailors had found hundreds of years ago. She had found the tome and some of the books that she was studying through, and decided it might have been worth looking into. Thinking that it might have some significant cultural impact on whatever artifacts they found there. However, when they got there, all they found was a bunch of plundered chests, some smashed pottery. It looks like the place had been picked clean. But they did find a pedestal, and within the pedestal there was an indentation about the size of a dinner plate that had an inscription written in Celestial. And it read, "Sealed for eternity, the mountain now sleeps. Sealed to her realm, her promise she keeps." And nothing was in the indentation, but there was a faint magic that was still in the air around it. As soon as they had finished exploring within the ruins, they were boxing up what artifacts they did manage to find. But during the middle of the night, they were attacked by a band of raiders that started stealing all the artifacts they had, killing people at random. While they were escaping, Amberly and her wife Celia were running with a friend that had joined them on the expedition that they knew only as Silverclaw. And while they were running, Celia was captured by the raiders. Silverclaw ushered Amberly forward to a cutter to try and escape, and she rushed back in to try and save Celia. Amberly managed to get away, but as she watched back over her shoulder, Silverclaw was cut down by a large half-gray, half-orc man with like an orange mullet and a large gut and scars all over his body. that's it.
So, how is...
Well, and so since then, she did research on the place where her wife was taken, and the only leads that she could find was the Seal of Adea and rumors that the Iron Tempest had information about the seals. Which is what has led me here.
Who told you about us?
Kyle, who told me about them?
No one, actually. The name was just written in a few books that you had seen.
So that.
It's always books. Is it always books? Oh. Do you remember these books? Like, title of these books?
Do I have titles for these books, Kyle?
No, a lot of them were just dusty ledgers of archaeological digs from the past.
Well, that makes
I think he's talking about how I know about Iron Tempest, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Yes, I will admit as well that our name does not pop up that often, which is what is kind of concerning me. I'm sorry for your loss. It seems like you've gone through quite a lot, especially to bring you here to us. But you have to understand, our organization is not one that operates out in the open too frequently, considering the nature of what it is we're trying to protect.
So, I'm gonna look back at Horace, and I'm gonna say, what exactly do we know about that seal?
Did you guys show him the map?
I believe we did.
Okay.
I mean, he knows out of character, like, some of the individuals know the map, but I was just wondering if there was anything else.
Right, but not everybody's seen the map. Do you want to show them the map?
Yeah, I know the map.
Well, based on this information that you all have provided to us, we thought that the Seal of Udea was probably at Azure Shell Crest, but it seems that it might have moved at some point in time.
We have no idea where it moved.
My head hurts.
Based on this young woman's story, my assumption would be that perhaps it was looted whenever the original Iraqi soldiers came through.
The what soldiers?
All Iraqi.
Blah. Whenever the original Al-Iraqi sailors came through, it was probably swept up within their treasures.
Where would they have gone after the Broken Isles?
Actually care about the seals or where they are. Who else would be after them? All I care about is finding my wife.
Well, I don't know. Who... You said you was on an expedition. Who funded your expedition?
The Explorers Union?
Yes.
The Explorers Union.
Right. Of course.
Oh, excuse me. Do you happen to have, like, a personal possession of your wife?
I have an amulet that she discovered on an expedition that she gave to me.
That might work. If you can give me a really clear description of her, I might be able to get some clues of where she is.
Okay, so I'll describe her to him.
Okay. Describe her.
We didn't really talk about that, so I don't...
Oh, I thought we did. Okay. I will have to get a description because we'll do that part later. You are described what Celia looks like.
All right. This is gonna take like 10 minutes, so go ahead and keep talking.
So, the Expedition League...
As the young half-elf man in white pulls out a mirror and starts staring at himself in it.
10 minutes of that, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, we did talk about that she was a half-elf, though.
She was. She is a half-elf.
Violet?
Jeez, I thought half-elves were supposed to be rare.
Violet?
Yes.
You've had run-ins with the Explorers Union, have you not?
Yeah.
Who were the main contributors that funded?
Garza, did we ever ask? I don't know if I actually know that.
You know one major one for sure, though she's kind of dead now.
You worked for
yeah.
one.
Well, yeah, besides her.
You know
Well, I
another
mean,
one.
there's her. Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
this is me not remembering the names, okay?
This is me not remembering because it was so long ago I was worried about all that.
And this is not an urban diss, a little lady called your mom.
I'm talking anybody that's alive.
It doesn't matter if they're alive or not.
Do I not know anybody alive that's funding these things?
Beldred Opalstone would be one. Wilma would be as well. Many of the expeditions themselves are funded by more wealthy patrons within Brigada and other cities throughout. They don't necessarily go on the expeditions themselves, but they do provide the funding.
Right. So I will pass that along. Yeah, you're, Wilma,
Surely you remember Duckdoor.
Duckdoor.
Many of the members of Brigada's council have funded these.
So, did you get a glimpse of these raiders?
Let me look at this thing again. Hold on.
Like any description of what they was wearing, or any kind of anything really to maybe identify them? Because
I don't know. Did I, Kyle? I don't see anything in this.
They were wearing very simple clothing. You didn't really get a good look at their insignias, and you don't even think they had any. After Silverclaw transformed into her bear form, you do remember seeing that there was a few that had large curved scimitars that gleamed with maybe silver that struck her down. Many of them had their faces covered with wrappings. They looked like brigands, pirates, not really maybe part of a military unit from what you could tell, but they did seem to be better trained than that.
Okay, so I'll relay that information to Brad.
and this excavation site was where?
It was Wolf Muse Atoll.
Would I know where that is?
It's north of Lalo.
Where is that? Oh, okay.
We're here.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is where the expedition was?
It was actually right about here. There's a small chain of
Okay.
islands that's right there.
Okay.
And then our little, like, war islands are like these. The places we're trying to, like, hold. Yeah, on the war front.
Yes.
Wait, and you said we're where right now?
We're here.
Okay.
What do we know about this law? I'm asking that to, I guess, Darius.
What information about the island chain would I have to provide them?
It's a small island chain that's primarily inhabited by turtles in the larger portions of it. However, the island that you were looking at was not very large and apparently was just built for some kind of temple. Or there was just some temple that was built on it.
So that particular island is uninhabited?
For the most part, yes. There are occasionally lizard folk that swim up to the beach to fish, but...
Okay, so I relay that information as well.
Okay. Hang on 1 second.
You guys able to hear me good, by the way?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
coming in clear.
Yeah, because I just got like a driver error for my mic. Like everybody was coming in static for like the past good 5-10 minutes or so. So I've been dealing with that on the side.
Oh, that explains why you were so silent during that. We thought you were
I've been talking the whole
shocked.
time because I heard something like silver. I'm like, wait a minute.
Man, I told you my whole life story. I thought you were in a
Damn
stunned
it.
silence about how someone could
Yeah.
do that to a child.
I heard the word silver claw and I'm like, I know this is my part, but I can't hear what I need to hear.
So has 10 minutes passed during the time that I'm relaying this information?
Okay.
It's getting close, yes.
What do we know about the Norellians? If we went south of whatever this place is called, do we know much about the Norellian Navy around here in these straits? That's towards Layton, I suppose.
Sorry, where was it again? Click again.
Like through here, these straits. Basically, the Norellian Navy presence in this
That-
area.
That lane is actually where you guys are trying to hang on to things. The Norellians have more of the north part of the Broken Isles.
Okay, so
This is actually how you guys are trying to get into Azure Silk
okay,
Crest.
I thought we was going this way. Okay, so we're actually going this way.
Right.
So where's this garrison they were talking about on the map? Just for reference. Ah, alright.
The town full of Pakas that we've been trying to parlay with is on the other side of the island. However, they seem friendly enough to maybe be allies. They're kind of an odd people.
If we're heading that direction, you're more than welcome to join us. I can't guarantee that we'll find anything with your wife.
Well, your other companion said that he might be able to get some information.
Yeah, maybe he can.
Just smiling like a doofus and staring in the mirror.
We apologize for not introducing ourselves. I'm Roland Darius Barclay the Fifth. That feels weird to say out loud now. Wow.
Why?
Because I haven't really used it before.
Well, you don't have to worry about being a butcher.
Right, because everyone thinks I'm dead. Thanks for that, by the way.
Hey, it had to happen, right?
You rather be dead?
No, not at all. Just want to get back home, personally.
Same.
I am
Big same.
Horace Stormborn, court wizard for the Barclay family, and confidant within the Iron Tempest. Leidenfrost.
Wait, what did you say the first guy's name was?
Horace Stormborn.
No, that wasn't the first guy. That was the second guy.
Oh. Roland Darius Barclay the Fifth.
I thought you said the fourth.
Maybe it was the fourth. I don't remember which number it is. Oh, his father was the fourth. He's the fifth.
How many of you are there?
At least 5.
But if we're plot armor.
Leidenfrost.
And Horace Stormborn.
Stormborn, yes.
Okay.
Leidenfrost, captain of the Dawn Star now, I suppose. Or the Kraken Slayer, I guess. Yeah, I'll take that one. I'm taking the Kraken Slayer. Alright,
Yeah,
fine.
how's that doing, by the way?
Good.
Ship doing okay?
Good. Captain Quay's actually been doing a good job of trying to reverse engineer whatever the fuck the General had done with that thing.
I thought it was kind of cool.
But it's super cool. And these are...
Did we ever... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
These are the rest of the members of the Iron Tempest.
So I'm staring impatiently at whoever it was that was supposed to be giving me information.
I'm still waiting for the 10 minutes.
Did we ever find any more shipwrights?
We found a few. They've been they built a few more ships while you guys have been gone.
So, do the rest of you people have names?
I'm a nobody like you.
I mean, I may be a nobody, but I still gave you my name.
You've called me by name.
He's Brad.
I'm Violet.
So that's
The,
like
the
2 of
rest
you.
of them have names.
The one in the mirror is Leo. The one hiding behind the bucket over there is Nor.
Is that where he's been?
I don't trust her yet.
Doesn't trust anybody.
So, you said this Silverclaw guy rushed in to help your wife? Was it? Or try?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, me partially recovering from my ordeal. Can you tell me a little bit more about him?
Her.
Sorry, the Silverclaw. It was a girl?
Yes, it was a girl.
Any notable features?
I don't know. What did she look like, Kyle?
She had long silver hair, wore very tight leather armor. You actually got her name from the Explorers Union, her actual name.
Yeah.
She appeared to be human at first, though.
I didn't know her very well, although she was able to transform into a bear during the battle. And I later learned that her real name was Natalia Cerebrianaya. Or however you pronounce it, Kyle.
Cerebrianaya, but yeah.
Well, now I'm mad I missed most of this.
Cerebrianaya.
My mom.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Well, now I'm pissed.
Well, apparently your mother died trying to save my wife.
I see.
And I guess saving me.
Not many people have been able to give me much information from then. Nobody's really knew much. Only thing I knew was she was sent to explore and was killed by a group of Neuralians.
So the people who attacked us were Neuralians.
That would be my understanding of it.
Wouldn't be a surprise. They attack literally everything.
They attacked me.
But as I said, I didn't know her well. She was helping us with the exploration.
Well, at least you know who attacked you then.
You said she died.
As far as I know, she died. She went and attacked the intruders and told us to escape, and then she never returned.
Your wife said this, or Natalia?
Natalia?
Oh, I can guarantee you she's dead. Oh, she most certainly is dead. I've talked to her.
Okay then.
No need to worry on that one.
Well, we know.
Wait, if you talk to her, how did you talk to her? Or you could talk to her again and see if she knows anything else about.
I'll have to try. I haven't talked to her in a bit.
How can you talk to her if she's dead?
Really hard question to answer. You know, there's like this kind of like ritual, and then things get a little hazy. And I'm like kind of in this different. It's hard to explain.
Okay, well, you should do that.
I'll have to. I'll have to
now.
talk to her. I don't know. I guess I
right
can
now.
try doing it now.
As that 10 minutes passed.
I was gonna say, but first, Leo, you finally managed to get something to come through. Sorry, I was kind of stalling for time there, because there was a lot of information that somebody should have been picking up on, but there was mic issues, so...
Dude, it was ungodly noises I was starting to hear. And then it just popped up a window box that said
Was it a roar?
the driver crashed. I was like, oh no.
Was it a roaring noise?
No, it was like robotic gargling.
I think it was a roaring noise. Your mom was mad at you.
She was. She's like, damn it. But I had to take my headset off and I was trying to listen between like the little bits and pieces. So I'm sorry about that, guys. Should be good. It's all up to date. Restarted the driver.
Okay, so let's see here. Because I have to actually... The first one was easy because he was actually... a thing. This one, however, let's see. Okay, I gotta roll something first.
Did you throw it in the box or out of the box?
In the box, actually.
Okay, it's a 20.
Okay.
Wait, are you rolling real dice on your end?
Yes.
So,
Why don't we get to roll real dice? I want to roll real dice.
Because I can't see what you guys are doing.
I mean, you can if you set up a camera and the
Yeah.
boy gets to watch you.
my base save is 16, so...
She's going to choose to fail.
Oh, sweet.
Because she realized that she was being targeted.
I guess one of the pieces of information I would have given you is that she is a sorcerer, so she would be able to detect arcane things.
Yep, that's actually helps the DC on that. So for sure, she would know that she was being watched.
Kirsten, am I good to step away for like 60 seconds?
Okay, that's fine. Yes. Leo, as your spell finally finishes casting, the mirror in your hand ripples once more. And what you see is a young woman that I'll have to give you the description of later. And she is apparently sitting within a cell.
Alright. What are the surroundings like?
There are, from what you can tell, there are other cells in the area. There seem to be other prisoners in those cells.
Do I know that he can see her?
Unless you're looking over his shoulder. And I think only he can see it since he's the one that cast the spell.
Yeah, only I can see it.
Yep. So if he chooses to relay this information to you later, he will. It's a large room, large, heavy iron bars are separating all of these people from each other. It looks to be a very well fortified prison of some kind.
Alright.
Occasionally you do see you hear footsteps. Can you hear?
Yes, I believe I can hear.
Okay. You do hear footsteps, and as the sensor peers down the hallway, you do get the glint of gold armor, and apparently it looks like maybe some purple drapings on the armor. What appears to be two pikemen might be guards.
And would I know this uniform?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Norelian?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Question. Since she knows she's being observed, would she be able to do anything to add additional information?
Let's see if she would understand the nature of the spell. Unfortunately, no.
Alright, so are there any windows or, sources of natural light?
None.
Shit.
There is one torch that is burning at the very far end of the cells.
Alright. Shoot. Is there... No, she's in a prison then, but where... If only there was something I could use to narrow it down.
So are you saying this to me now?
More thinking out loud at the moment. in this little region here, is this pretty much the whole world map?
Yes.
Or is this...
Yes.
Okay. So there would be time zones here, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh God.
So what I want to do is I want to look at the guards' faces as they come towards the sensor and see if I can tell how tired they are.
Roll insight. They're looking pretty
Does the
tired.
10 in parentheses mean that you add 10 to that roll, or is that roll already including that 10?
That's adding 10 to the roll. Or wait, it's already included with the roll, but that's what it's adding to it. If you actually if you hover over the actual roll, the 17, it'll show you what all is added into it.
Okay.
There's a feature on Roll20 where you can like turn on a dice. So like it'll throw a dice on your screen whenever you do a roll.
And it'll show the actual like dice.
Yeah,
roll.
it'll show like this one. It shows that he rolled a 7, but obviously he has a 10 bonus to it, so the total is a 17.
And you can actually shake your mouse and physically roll those dice too.
What?
You can.
How?
You can turn on 3D dice, and you can actually physically shake your hand to roll those dice.
Okay, I don't want to do that. I just got a new mouse. I don't want to kill it.
It's easier just to hit the links.
But yeah, am I able to tell how tired they are?
They look extremely tired.
Alright, did we pass through any outdoor sections on our way here?
Did you all pass through?
Yeah, from, I want to know generally what time it is in Xento right now.
Oh, no, you guys don't know.
Ah.
And there's
I don't even think we've seen a window.
Yeah, there's no windows.
Alright, oh shit, alright. Do I hear anything being discussed in, the other cells? Or, between the guards?
The guards are probably too far away for you to actually hear them. And the other prisoners just seem to be shivering within their cells. There's a couple that are weeping. There's not really seeming to be any noise coming from, like, talking.
Wait, shivering? Okay. Is... Looking at Cilia, is her breath sort of, seeming up the air?
It is, actually.
Alright.
Wait, is it doing what now?
Basically, I was asking if her breath is sort of fogging up the air,
Okay.
meaning she's in
It's
someplace
cold.
cold. Yeah. Shit. Can't think of anything else right now. I'll start relaying this information, but I don't think they can communicate back to me.
Oh, so like he can't hear us during the spell?
I think he can. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that you lose your senses.
Huh.
Yeah,
Alright.
Yeah, it doesn't say that you lose your senses.
Alright then.
Okay, so as he relays the information, I ask him. So I can't see
Right.
what he sees.
Right.
So I ask him frantically, like, what kind of condition or shape does she seem to be in?
How does she look?
She looks very malnourished. does not seem to have been beaten or abused, just not fed very well.
All right. I'll relay that.
Okay, my character just appears to begin to look very frustrated and angry and is tightening her hands around the grips of her pistols.
Three people in the room have failed insight checks on you, so they don't know what you're doing with those guns. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up. Take it easy. She's alive, we know that much at least.
She is continuing to just stare off into the distance as her knuckles begin to turn white.
Look, little lady, I'm sorry, but I think you're starting to find that you're kind of in the same situation as the rest of us in this room. Those bastards have taken a lot from us, and we all want them dead.
He begins to breathe very heavily.
This is usually the part where I offer a hug, but I think she's gonna shoot me if I try, but she looks like she needs one.
Good offer or insights?
Kind of like awkwardly, like hug.
Oh, also, who was the person, just for my awareness, who was the person whose mother that was 3 years ago?
Fine, that's Violet.
Violet, okay.
The one that's trying to, like, hug you without getting shot at here.
I'll just use the rest of the scrying time, just listening intently for any more clues.
You hear rats scurrying around. Again, more people just seem distraught. Let's see what we think happens while you're focusing in. No, nothing else.
Alright.
You do notice guard change. The two that looked like they were super tired end up getting replaced by one.
Alright. So, might have been the daytime shift tonight, so my guess. So I'm gonna come out of this and sort of turn towards the three that were here. What time of day is it right now?
It's getting in the middle of afternoon, I believe.
Okay, so that means if it's
Probably later evening by now.
so that means they're somewhere to the east of us then, right? Where is somewhere cold that to the east of us? Somewhere that would be just now turning night.
To the east would be Norel, but it's not cold. It's in the middle of the desert also. I guess that could be underground.
Would I know any Norelian prisoner camps that would be cold?
No, but you do know of a Norelian deep state prison that is extremely far underground.
Do I know where that would be?
Yes, you would actually. It is located approximately 10 miles outside of the city of Narell, on the border between Narell and Gnarlwood.
I have that information.
It's funny you said that. I was waiting to mention that name again.
Could you ping it on the map?
Yep, right there.
Oh, up here is Narell.
Narell's right there. Gnarlwood's right there. So it's probably about right there.
My character's breathing begins to grow heavier and heavier, as if she's almost starting to hyperventilate.
Have you declined the hug, by the way?
I didn't know you actually offered it. You just said that you might offer it.
I said I'm awkwardly opening my arms, like, yeah, don't shoot me.
Just do it. Quit being scared. Just do it.
She's holding her pistols.
Worst that can happen, you get shot.
They're still holstered, though.
I'm gonna hug you.
Okay. She
Typical pat on the head.
begins to take notice of the people in the room once more and slowly starts to calm down.
Well, if you're getting bear hugged, you're not doing much. FYI.
Well, I have no idea what his character looks like,
Ooh.
because all I see is Patrick.
I thought you changed that.
So I can't use the picture, the new one. So I just had to settle for something different.
Go down to the As button at the bottom and switch to Violet.
It is.
It is?
Oh, I have 3 versions. I have Violet Zapata, Violet Zapata, Violet Zapata Rage. Does that help?
Why are there 3 Violets?
That's my question.
There should only be at least 2.
No, I have 3. So, does my picture show up on this one, though?
It does.
Yeah.
Okay, I've turned the pictures off so that they're not on the maps that we
Yeah,
play
me
on.
too. Yeah, I did that too.
So that's what she looks like.
Okay.
I suppose that would have helped when you were describing a silver claw person that turned into a bear.
So anyways, now she's starting to return to normal breathing and starting to calm down.
So, good news is your wife is alive. Bad news, we're going to have to go into deep Norellian territory if we want a chance of getting her back. Well, if you want a chance of getting her back. I think that might be a suicide mission.
Well, I mean, we're gonna end up there
Nevertheless,
anyway.
that's exactly what I'm doing. It's the only thing I care about.
Well, we can't really assault Narell head on just yet, but we can push our way there.
Speaking of Norwood, has there been any contacts at all from there since we've been gone?
None. As far as we know, the entire place has been destroyed. Matter of fact, I think we can pretty well assume that's what happened, considering your... Where the fuck did Naran go?
He's here somewhere. He likes to hide.
Violet, look
Yeah,
out,
it
he
really
might be
was
going
that.
for a hug.
Gnarlwood's dead because of Norrell.
Well, there you go. Darius kind of speaks up now as he's like tapping the map. Am thinking of a crazy idea.
Huh.
Your Majesty.
I like crazy ideas. You should have
You
seen what we've been doing the
Crazy
past day or so.
ideas? That doesn't mix.
These past few days have been crazy.
We can't make a head-on assault against Naril yet. Not unless we establish a base on the actual continent, and to do that we need to get back to Barclay. But maybe we could send a small force to the north of the continent and scope out Gnarlwood, and we might be able to break into the prison.
Yeah, but if it's miles or if it's deep underground, how do you propose of getting in there?
Well, I don't know.
Heavily guarded, like heavily guarded.
Yeah, I mean, you know about it, Tibble, but do you know exactly where it is?
Not exactly. None of my research was ever involved with it.
Yeah, I don't think I can just go strolling through
Well-
Norelia either.
So let's just, that's our end point. So what do we need to do to be able to get in there? We need some sort of inroads into Norelian intelligence, right? And
You can
we,
establish a base in Barclay, hopefully.
yeah, so we have that garrison to take care of, correct?
You think we might be able to find some way to give us an in into the prison at Azure Shell Crest?
Well, let's say we go through with my whole concert idea, and I get myself in close to the into the leadership of the garrison. A lot of high-ranking people. I think Vaxia and a few of the people here can speak on how convincing I can be. Right, Vaxia?
Oh yes, believe it or not, he's actually very good at that.
It's very impulsive, too.
Once again, I was yeeteth into the
I just
room.
said you're impulsive. I didn't say it was bad or good. I just said you're impulsive.
Unfortunately for myself, though, I'm supporting our war effort because the Seal of Victor is in Barclay, but I have no dog in this fight.
I think, honestly, our best bet is to just try to get back home, and then we can help you find your wife.
What is back home?
Barclay. It's on the same continent.
Barclay, as Darius points down to the map.
So it's on the same continent as the prison.
Yes.
Okay, I can agree to that.
So hopefully retrieve that seal over there.
Yeah, and maybe we could potentially, we're gonna have to, from the sounds of it, crawl there.
We're gonna crawl across an ocean.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be slow. Like, it's not gonna just be we can just sail all the way through here.
Well, does that garrison have a naval outpost?
Oh yes. The biggest in the ocean.
Uh,
Biggest in the Broken Isles, anyway.
If the plan is still me infiltrating, there's a good chance we can liberate us a few ships.
It'd be nice if we could. Then we might actually be able to take back Lalo as well.
How do you propose that we traverse the ocean?
We got plenty of means to do that. These boys have been funding us for quite some time, especially the good country of Brigada, as Layton bows to Violet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
We got quite a good little navy of our own starting up here.
So what are we waiting for? Let's go.
I leave that up to y'all. If that's what you guys want to do, we would definitely be very grateful of any assistance you could provide to the effort.
Well, are there any important Norellian
If you help
holidays
me
coming
find
up?
my wife, then I will help you with your effort. But my main focus is finding her first.
Believe me, I want to help you as much as I possibly can. As Darius kind of looks sternly at you, Amberly. And I feel like that needs to be a priority as much as getting us back home to Barclay. So yes.
Hey, Brad. How long would you figure we can get the that one thing, up and running?
What one thing are you talking about?
The floaty thing, the one that we blew up before. The ship thing? Airship? Is that what they call them?
Yeah.
We got the rights to it now, right? When do we get that up and running?
Apparently there's not a port here. We have to build a port here, or it's not finished.
Well,
So once it gets...
It's in the process of being built, not too far off, probably about another week. Well, I'm going to caution about taking your airship out into the middle of the ocean.
No, what I'm saying is once that's built, let's go take it back to, take it into home, grab all the things that we left there, and use that here. I mean, they need help supporting a war effort, right?
Yeah, that was the plan, I think.
So why don't we get that done first? Because
Well,
that's going to be a massive help to us later.
isn't the airship still at home?
I thought it was... Is it? Or was it grounded here because there's nowhere to put it?
It's still in Xento because it's not finished yet.
We need a dock to dock it at.
So
And
the
it
airship
still
and
needs
the
a
dock
motor.
are not finished.
Correct.
Okay.
And so all that's going to take about a week.
Yes. They are close to being
Okay.
finished, but they are not completely finished yet.
So, in a week, how about we go make that a quick trip, get this war effort put up, and then we'll discuss how we're gonna get... We first said that we've got, skirmishes in these middle isles that need to be dealt with. That's gonna be on the way to where we're going.
Yeah, if we can take this pier, and I feel like if we're successful, we'll kind of crunch up their navy in a pretty good way. I mean, if we can get to the bottom of the continent here, I think we can get back into Barclay.
I say we do that, and I'm gonna look over to Amberly.
As long as they're not full of zombies still.
Because we need all the help that we can get getting there. If we die before we get there because we're leaving too early, I mean, nobody's gonna help anybody. So we have a means to build up this army. Let's do that. Go to those middle islands, cripple their navy, and then sail right in. It makes
So-
most sense to me.
So we're waiting for something.
Yeah, how much would you say is there? Did anybody ever get a total?
For what?
What is it that we're waiting on?
An assload of gold?
Yeah. How much money did we end up?
Oh, it was a lot.
It's
It was
30.
a lot.
I thought you said like 36,000 gold.
for y'all, it's somewhere upwards in the amount of probably 150,000 gold total.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, does that sound like it'd be enough to fund what's going on here?
It won't hurt it.
Definitely gonna help things. That'll pay for the airport. You might even be able to build another airship. Holy shit. My god, we can get the kobolds out of that crappy leather armor they're wearing.
So you can see why I'm saying let's get things funded first.
So we're waiting for money to show up?
Like, enough money to fund an entire armada, build a fleet. Or have a fleet
Money
being built.
just coming out of thin air, like
From a dragon horde.
It's money we've acquired, it's just not here.
Yeah, that's a lot of money to move.
I see. And how long will it take for this money to arrive?
Probably a week and a half.
Say, that sound about right, Carson? A week for it to be built and everything, and then
Sounds about
a day
right.
or so travel to home.
Say
Okay.
a week and 2 days.
Well, I thought Barclay was home.
No, there's an
place?
actual place called home. It's a gnomish city.
Oh, that's very confusing.
Yes, it is.
You have no earthly idea.
Okay, I guess that sounds like a plan as long as we are moving as quickly as possible to get out of here.
I think that's gonna give us, like, our absolute best shot.
Okay, let's do it.
Why are we waiting for our airship to be built? Can we not contact Wilma and use one of her airships to move our gold from home to here?
I think they only had one. And it blew up.
Thought they had more than that.
I can certainly ask, because the earliest convenience I'm going back to Brigada to have a very fun conversation with my father.
Yeah, but the Clock King said that was owned by them.
We also need to get Kimmy to home to deal with that.
I would say with this course of action, we can probably take Azure Shield Crest within the next 2 weeks. And... Huh.
What?
Holy shit. Darius is kind of going over his notes again. And he starts like tracing things on the map. We might be able to push into Rail just either at the time or just after the wedding.
Why does the map say black hair may have some?
That's in reference to the, That's a whole other thing, too. I'm going to have to give you guys that information since I know somebody didn't really, want to. There's a man who is working against us with these seals. Remember how we said that we are working in secret because don't want these things falling in the wrong hands?
Right.
He would be the wrong hands.
Are these circular marks on the map the seals?
Correct.
No further questions.
So far to date, we have 2 to our name. The others are unaccounted for, except for the positions that are on this map. Of course, this map is quite old.
May I study the seals?
Unfortunately, I can't allow you to do that. Maybe if we got to know you a little better. I mean, certainly we understand your urgency in assisting us, but maybe at another time.
Your loss.
Violet,
Yes.
there's been something that's been spinning in my mind since we started talking about Udea. You remember that staff that Flint had?
The one that he used to do the one thing to...
Yeah, the one he shoved up the dwarf's ass.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, I seen it.
And what about it?
How hard would it be to recover that?
Depends on how important it is, I guess.
It's pretty. It has some significant value.
Oh,
You remember he's.
sorry to interrupt. They did return Verna Thorngage's effects.
Anything with Flint?
No, unfortunately, most of his equipment is still being held as evidence.
Would you mind relaying to me why it would be important? Because I can go request it. And I'm
Oh, you
sure
remember?
it's-
You remember he said it was a religious artifact?
Yes. Didn't he say that to get into the one?
Yes, but it belonged to a relative of his.
Okay.
I think it could be of big help to us, maybe. If you could somehow get it out of jail. Evidence jail.
I'm sure everything's logged now at this point. If I go just tell them that we need it for the war effort? I mean, maybe. They might be a stickler on it, too.
You're the council member.
Let's see how much pull I have on there. Yeah, I'd hope. Kinda save 2 cities. I mean, we've been doing a lot of work. I'd hope I have a little bit of pull now.
The man was also a murderer, but hey, you know, good luck with that.
She pats you on the head.
Speaking of good luck, by the way, or good luck with something, by the way. Hey, Baxia.
Hey.
Could you come here quick?
What's up?
Giving her a really deep hug. Like, I know you've been dealing with a lot.
You have no idea. Thank you, little one. I thank all of you actually for helping, and I'm sorry if I ever put my loyalties into doubt with all of this.
You didn't have to worry because I didn't know any of it before. So I don't feel like anything's changed.
We're good.
What's that saying? Ignorance is bliss?
Oh, sweetie, you have no idea.
But yeah, I'll try to talk. I'll talk with that church and talk with the council if I have to. I'll see if I can get that for you.
Thank you.
Alright, so... week and 2 days. We prepare. I guess,
How many ships do we have?
right now, 6, actually. Not including, Dawnstar and the Kraken Slayer. 2 of them are outfitted with, the enhancement engines. Can't take energy from a seal completely, but we can at least put one of the batteries in.
Right. How many ships do we need?
We're taking a small force in 4, I would think.
So I could still potentially try to infiltrate, if that's still an option. Would certainly help if I arrived there a few days before the invasion.
I would say that's still probably an option, yes.
Where did you say you was trying to go? On the map? With your plan?
Isn't the current plan to take the island?
Yeah,
or-
okay.
Where we
I can't
go-
remember if he was talking about doing this or going to like the marriage. Or
Oh,
the
no.
okay.
Oh,
By the way-
then, with that little bit you gave me, Carson, I definitely want to go through with this plan. Because there's a little spell that I can swap out.
Crank, let me ask you a question. Has any of my Special Forces comrades come through and been training with you guys?
Yes, actually. We've had a couple of the Burden Theros that have come through and looked for work. They're acting as mercs.
Leo, when
Yeah?
you go take my my fellow Rangers as your bodyguards.
Well, I'm not sure
They'll
if
be-
they're still here or not. I think they might have left within the last couple of weeks, but we do still have some of the Mana Forged here if you want to use them.
Preferably people that can blend in.
What about the
Didn't really-
Rammsteins?
Yeah, but you're gonna need, because of how we're increasing your fame and all like that, you're gonna need a couple of personal bodyguards. You get
Well,
what I'm saying now?
I'm not going as myself. I figured I'd put on the costume of some to make it look like I'm a Norellian citizen.
There's always the ramming stones also. Brad's got a point.
Yeah.
What are the ramming stones?
Oh boy, if you don't know, you're about to learn.
Oh, is that who I think it is? If I remember?
Musicians.
With the fire?
Yeah, the bagpipes and the fire. Yeah, that's
Yes.
them right there.
Yes.
How could you ever forget that battle?
Oh, I just forgot the name.
The ramming stones.
Oh, glorious people.
Are there still some of them around?
Hey, they've been training quite well, actually.
What exactly have they been learning to do?
What do you mean, besides drink and piss on each other?
Yeah, have they turned those bagpipes into weapons?
A few of them have. They're pretty good distractions, actually. Can stand up in a melee if they need to. Right hardy folk.
Huh. Maybe you should go in as the band. Take them with you. You could be I don't know, a jester. And they could be the entertainment. Y'all could be the entertainment.
Jester, no! I... Come on! I will bring backup though, if
You don't
you
like
insist
clowns?
on it.
Well, that's they're gonna let you through.
Do I look like a clown to you?
No, but you see, you sound like one.
Do I make you laugh? Am I funny to you?
I don't think you want an honest answer to that question.
Leo's bowing up on you, Brad. course, it has no effect because, you know, Brad's
Because he's blind.
Oh, God, it hurts to laugh. Alright, well. So a week and a half, I suppose we're going to start, making our press towards home. Well, you know what I mean. Barclay. We'll take Azure Shell Crest first. And I promise you this, as Darius looks back toward you angrily. We're going to get her back. Just as soon as we possibly can.
Thank you.
So gear up. Do whatever you guys need to do. And let's get ready to go home.
2 quick questions.
Mhm.
One's above game.
Mhm.
Do I know when is my father's wedding?
That has not been said yet.
Okay, so think not happening soon. Okay.
Not happening soon, right.
And then 2 in game. So we use the transporter thingy to get here, right? Does it mean I need to wait to use it to go to Brigada?
Yes.
Because I only thought you had to wait for like one way to one way.
3
I don't know.
days.
I don't know if it's because I used a different teleporter, like that one needs to wait.
It would probably be quicker to use the carriage.
I'm just looking for the fastest way to Brigada.
Well, if we had a certain seal, I might actually be able to upgrade the teleportation network, but there's no
What
telling
seal?
where that one is. I believe it's Tanagi's. But there's been no information on that seal for years, so...
What's the other fastest alternative to get there then?
Could take a carriage. Horus kind of shrugs.
How long would that take again?
Probably about a day.
Set. Well, gentlemen and ma'am, that's what I'm going to be doing after I finish giving the tour to these lovely new people.
Hi. Why did I not notice there was an old god in this room?
I don't know, maybe he wasn't looking.
Hey, she's now old.
She's pretty.
Yeah, I think I look pretty hot, actually.
Hey, be careful, Layden. She throws whales on people.
I'm gonna smile at her when she says that.
Voxia, that's your deal, and you handle it. Okay. Alright. Gear up. And that is where we will end for tonight.
Tell my father to gear up.